Hello everyone. American journalist Dan Raphael reported that the fight between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, scheduled for April 25, will not take place on that date. The exact reasons have not been disclosed, but the event is now expected to be held later in 2026. Some sources suggest it may be postponed until May. The Democratic Republic of the Congo remains the preferred location, although the exact venue has not yet been determined. Dan Raphael noted that, according to the contract, Floyd must fight Tyson before moving on to his other scheduled bouts. The situation surrounding the Bivol fight has become one of the most prolonged in the light heavyweight division. The IBF's decision to postpone the purse bid for the fifth time confirms that the federation is willing to accommodate the sides in order to finalize a direct deal without going to auction. The teams of Bivol and AFER say the negotiations are in their final stage. A fifth consecutive delay is a rare case and suggests that the contract is essentially ready, with only minor details still being discussed. The fight is expected to take place in the spring. The WBC has scheduled fights for the vacant lightweight titles. In the championship bout, William Zepeda will face former WBA super featherweight champion Lamont Roach. As a reminder, at the beginning of February the WBC stripped Shakur Stevenson of his lightweight title after he defeated Teofimo Lopez and became the ring and WBO champion at super featherweight. Tyson Fury shared his thoughts about the fight between Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois. "I think Wardley is a good fighter. And against Daniel Dubois it's a very good matchup. It's a great fight for British boxing. Two British heavyweights will try to knock the spirit out of each other. They're both punchers. Whoever lands the big shot first will win. These guys are real destructive machines. Look at their physiques, like Greek gods carved from stone. They train hard, they're young and ambitious. Both are in their prime. Both are fresh and young. This is a real fight, not one where one fighter is past his prime and the other isn't. I think the real winners here will be the fans. They'll see a true 50-50 fight between two big heavyweights for the championship title." Former champion Paul Malignaggi shared his opinion on the fight between Alexander Usyk and Rico Verhoeven. "The first question I asked when I heard that Alexander Usyk would fight Rico Verhoeven was about the titles, because they shouldn't be on the line. But the fight will actually take place for the World Boxing Council heavyweight title. And even considering how many exceptions the WBC makes, it still looks crazy, boxing glove. When the World Boxing Council sanctioned Manny Pacquiao as a challenger for a fight with Mario Barrios in 2025, that was also a risky decision, but it could still be explained by respect for an icon of the sport. However, the situation with the fight between Alexander Usyk and Rico Verhoeven is completely different. There are no grounds to sanction this fight as a title bout. It's madness and an insult to boxing. Usyk, as the champion, also bears some responsibility. Before agreeing to fight Verhoeven, he consistently fought the strongest opponents, which led many to say he had earned a break. But a champion is supposed to fight the best regularly, and instead he is giving a title opportunity to an opponent who doesn't deserve it. The winner of the fight between Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois would look like a far more deserving option than Verhoeven. The same applies to the WBC mandatory challenger Ajit Cabello. How fair is this to him? This isn't an exhibition fight. Verhoeven is simply jumping the queue. Usyk has always been a model professional and has done many positive things for boxing. He has been a role model. By agreeing to this fight as champion, he becomes part of the problem. Let's start with the heavyweight division. Alexander Usyk, the undisputed heavyweight champion, will defend at least one of his titles in a fight against Rico Verhoeven, the legendary kickboxing champion and a favorite of Todd Grisham. This is expected to be one of the fights held in Cairo, Egypt, as part of a tournament organized by The Ring magazine. The fight will take place with the pyramids in the background. Let me say right away that I don't see anything wrong with Usyk taking part in this bout. I really don't. I believe that if anyone deserves such a fight, it's Usyk, because he has never participated in this kind of spectacle before. In fact, Usyk arguably has the best resume among boxers, regardless of weight class. Throughout the history of modern boxing, without even going back to the eras of Sugar Ray Robinson or Jake LaMotta, when fighters regularly faced the best opponents, if we focus on the modern era, just look at who Usyk fought at cruiserweight during the World Boxing Super Series. After dominating the cruiserweight division, he moved up to heavyweight, had one easier fight with Chaz Witherspoon, and then immediately stepped into championship fights. He defeated Tyson Fury twice, Anthony Joshua twice, and Daniel Dubois twice. In other words, he has beaten everyone fans wanted to see him fight. You could say you want to see him fight Fabio Wardley, but in reality you don't need that to prove anything. Personally, I'd like to see him fight Usyk Bivol. Bivol deserves a title shot, but you don't need to watch Usyk fight him to know how strong Usyk is. For example, over the past 6 months I even suggested a fight between Usyk and Jake Paul, something like that. That idea came before the situation with Joshua, but it would have been a big event, one of those profitable fights that bring in a lot of money without huge risk. I've watched some footage of Rico's fights. He's a good fighter, but he's a kickboxer, he uses kicks. Big calves, big thighs, everything about him is built for kickboxing. In this fight he won't be able to kick. It will be a traditional boxing match with Usyk, so I don't mind if Usyk agrees to it. Some people might say I'm just defending him, but Anthony Joshua fought Jake Paul, and Tyson Fury fought Francis Ngannou. Usyk has the right to take such a fight if he wants. If he decides to give up his belts afterward, I wouldn't have a problem with that either. He already vacated the World Boxing Organization title because at this stage he wasn't interested in fighting Fabio Wardley, and that's completely normal. I think it was the right decision. He's a 2-time undisputed heavyweight champion and will remain the #1 heavyweight as long as he keeps putting on the gloves. So he'll fight Rico. I think it will be for the World Boxing Council title. I'm not sure how the WBC will explain it, since Rico has only one professional boxing match on his record, his entire career has been in kickboxing. But after this fight, it should either be a bout with Usyk Bivol or Usyk relinquishing the WBC title. After that, he could also fight someone like Murat Gassiev, who holds a secondary title with the World Boxing Association. Let him fight one of them or give up the belts. If that happens, there will be no problem. That's all for today, friends. Thank you very much for watching. Alexander Petrov was with you. Write your opinions in the comments, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next episode. Goodbye everyone.
Off drugs.